indeed a very interesting study coming out of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, proving that our four-legged friends is not that different from us. But here to explore that topic a little bit further, we have Kieran Piper, animal behavior practitioner. Kieran, this is very interesting news that broke.
Indeed,
and it's nice to have conclusive evidence now, because there was always a
Absolutely.
speculation, right?
Yeah, well, we do know that our animals live incredibly rich emotional lives. What's nice is that this study now makes it official, really.
Yeah. So I think the first question would be, what does it say in terms of the way we should treat our pets? And also when it comes to negative emotion, what kind of implication would that have on our animals?
Well, as I said, you know, our dogs do live rich emotional lives and they do pick up on all of those kinds of things. And fortunately for us, there has been a massive shift and trend towards positive reinforcement and reward-based training methods based on what we know now about how our animals think, learn and feel. So fortunately for us, in these days and times, we're starting to treat our animals a lot more as tiny little human beings instead of so we should definitely be treating animals a lot better than older training methods.
And I mean, if we talk about animal anti-cruelty, I mean, puts it in a different league for sure.
Totally,
right?
totally. It definitely puts into perspective how much suffering our animals are actually capable of. And some of the small, seemingly insignificant things that we do to our animals on a daily basis are actually quite, or can be, quite negative.
Yeah. Now, the study focuses on the tone of emotions, but what about facial expressions? Would a dog be able to pick up a facial expression as well, in your opinion?
Definitely, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, look, dogs have evolved for over 10,000 years to coexist with people, so they are very, very attuned to our body language, our facial expressions, our vocalizations. In fact, it's proven that dogs respond a lot to our body language. In fact, sometimes more than our vocalizations, especially in a training context. So yes, dogs are incredibly perceptive and they do pick up a lot on our vibes.
And I know that, I mean, we've seen dogs that do amazing things. I mean, from dogs, you know, obviously your sniffer dogs to dogs that can actually detect when your blood sugar levels drop. Some really incredible stuff, but they are seen as our kids. And psychologists say that you shouldn't fight in front of your actual kids. The same, would you say, apply to your dogs if you're in that home environment?
Definitely. In terms of their interspecies relationships, dogs pick up a lot on tone and pitch, which is quite often why they say women make better trainers than men, because we tend to have a much higher tone and our voices are a lot more sort of open and friendly. So if you speak to a dog like, "Hi, puppy," like that, instead of, "Come, sit." So those kinds of tones definitely they pick up on that a hell of a lot, and especially also, you know, being able to pick up on insulin levels and stuff like that, also pick up on the adrenaline in our bloodstreams and stuff. So when you're hyped up and tense and stressed and having a big argument and shouting, it definitely affects them negatively, absolutely.
Well, I have seen that. I can speak from personal experience as well as owning 2 dogs. But according to the study, where do you see these findings heading towards the future in terms of what dogs will be able to do? Will they be able to detect things like depression, anguish, anxiety even, that could work with psychologists?
Well, I unfortunately couldn't give a conclusive answer on that, but one thing I do know is dogs are frequently used as in pet-assisted therapy programs where they provide upliftment and therapy to people in need, and I suppose this study will just sort of take that concept to a new level in terms of what they can accomplish. I wouldn't put it past them at all. I have absolute faith in our dogs.
With all the amazing things that they actually can do, I mean it's not that far-fetched.
It's probably just the tip of the iceberg.
You know? And just saying that, I mean, animals are so wonderful, and I think the one study that I have read about that really amazes me till this day is the fact that just by stroking a dog can lower your blood pressure. I mean, how amazing is that?
Oh yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I've definitely added 10 years to my life. Believe it or not, I'm actually 50. No jokes. Yeah, just from working with
man,
dogs.
thank you so much for joining us. Kieran Piper, animal behavior practitioner, talking about a fantastic study coming out of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, proving that our canine friends are not that different from ourselves and that we should really take care of our furry friends. We're going to be taking a very quick ad break. We'll be back after these.